I'm here to talk to you today about a recent study that we completed looking at the frequency and animal demographics of mouthing behavior in companion dogs in the United States. When we discuss dog mouthing behavior, we will be operationally defining this as when the dog's teeth or inner lips touch human skin or clothing and exclude licking. And further, mouthing behavior is typically not categorized within aggression or biting behaviors for a reason I'm not going to go into today. Now, the reason that we were interested in addressing dog mouthing behavior is because many owners seem to find the behavior problematic and want to reduce it, and many of these owners have younger dogs. However, the frequency and correlating variables with dog mouthing behavior are generally unknown, although there was a study performed a few years ago looking at a small subpopulation of Italian dogs, which suggested that around 1/3 of dogs aged 11 to 18 months engaged in mouthing behavior. However, the frequency, again, was unknown in the US population. And so in order to answer this question, we developed an online survey and received responses from 833 dog owners about their dog's behavior. And we're going to tell you a little bit about those results today. Of that population of 833 dogs represented within the survey, 45% currently engaged in mouthing, 21% had previously mouthed but no longer did so, and 34% had never mouthed. These data were also analyzed according to age group, which is the figure on the right. Dogs which were younger, so under 6 months or 6 to 11 months, were significantly more likely to mouth than their older counterparts, and this was statistically significant. Within these two populations, under 6 months and 6 to 11 months, around 80% of the dogs in these groups currently mouthed according to their owners. However, as the age groups get older, the number of dogs, or the percentage of dogs currently mouthing, decreases. Even in the oldest age category here, a relatively sizable subpopulation of dogs continue to engage in mouthing, suggesting that there are variables maintaining mouthing even into adulthood. In addition to looking at mouthing frequency across age groups, we also assessed mouthing frequency across different breeds or mixed breeds. However, given a population of around 800, once you break it out by breed groups, the subpopulations get pretty small, so we were not able to do statistical analyses across breeds. And on this particular figure, the breeds are on the y-axis and the percent of dogs by mouthing categories on the x-axis, and the dotted line shows the percentage of the population in the general population that ever mouthed, so that currently mouthed or previously mouthed. And so any breeds that have colored bars that go beyond that dotted line suggests that that particular breed group potentially has higher rates of mouthing than the general population. The breeds that do go beyond this dotted line include the poodle, as well as mixed breeds of the labradoodle, the golden doodle, and all doodles combined as one group. Once again, these are not statistically analyzed, so future studies should look at potentially doing these types of breed analyses in the future. We were also interested in answering some questions about the offset of mouthing, and that's because most owners are keen to reduce mouthing behavior in their dogs, and they want to know when the mouthing behavior is potentially going to offset. So we asked owners of dogs which had previously mouthed but no longer did when the mouthing behavior offset for their particular dog. And we found a pretty even distribution amongst different age groups, wherein around 1/3 of dogs stopped mouthing between 10 weeks and 6 months, another third stopped mouthing between 6 months and 11 months, and another third stopped mouthing at over 1 year of age. So overall, around 2/3 of dogs stopped mouthing by the age of 1 year. In order to reduce problem behavior, typically the most effective interventions are those that incorporate and address the function of a problem behavior. So this requires identifying the function and then also programming for that function within the proposed intervention. As a result, we asked owners to propose the function of mouthing behavior for their dog, so identify why their dog is engaging in the behavior, and then we also asked owners how they behaved in relation to the dog's mouthing behavior. The majority of owners indicated that they thought their dog engaged in mouthing in order to access owner attention or because the dog received automatic reinforcement through a reduction in arousal. When owners reported on their own behavior, the majority said that they either provided attention to their dog contingent on mouthing, such as saying no or pushing the dog, or 50% indicated that they provided a tangible item, such as a toy or a chewy. When these two pieces of data were combined, we found that many owners engaged in ways that were contraindicated based on their proposed function. For example, of owners who said that their dog engaged in mouthing behavior and that the behavior was reinforced by owner attention, 60% of those owners said that they provided attention contingent upon the mouthing behavior. And further, of owners who identified tangible as the proposed mouthing function, 80% of those owners provided a tangible contingent upon the problem behavior. Overall, this suggests that owners could potentially use professional assistance with incorporating function-based interventions into their protocols. These data suggest that mouthing is indeed common within the companion dog population within the United States, and that mouthing is correlated with younger age groups, although mouthing continues into adulthood in a subpopulation of dogs. The data also indicate that mouthing occurs across a variety of breeds, and further suggest that although owners can propose functions to their dog's mouthing behavior, that the owner's behavior often does not address those particular functions in order to reduce the mouthing frequency within their animals. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'm very much looking forward to your questions.